What's up guys? I'm just gonna do a beef brisket here. I didn't show you the whole video of cutting fat off. I'm pretty sure we all know how to do that. Some of that stuff was a 1/2 inch thick on the fat cap side. This is not the fat cap side. This is the point and this is the flat. It's separated with a huge piece of fat that runs through and it separates the two. I'll show you this little bit on the non-fat cap side. How to trim if you don't know. You start cutting in, lift your knife up a little bit. I don't see any meat yet. Go deep, lift the knife up again, and there's the meat. Back off a little bit. Check it every now and then if you want to. And there again, that's probably almost a 1/2 inch there. This will not render down this much fat. I got a little brown going here. Normally when I get a beef brisket, I thaw it out and let it sit in the fridge for about a week is what I like to do. Not all the time we have time or think about that. Check it again. Yeah, there's still a little more than I like. Yeah, see that piece that's still pretty fatty right there. Some people say, well, leave it all on, it protects the meat. I agree with that, but when you bite into a big piece of fat, to me, that turns me off when it comes to eating meat. This is my final product over here, where the fat cap side. And like I said, everything's all been trimmed already, so you didn't have to watch this video. Just to show you guys how much fat was actually on this. I believe it was a 14-pound brisket is what I weighed it at. So unfortunately, when you go to the store, they call this a packer because you have your flat and your point. Your point is where your burn ends come from. The fattier piece of meat, but quite delicious. I'm at 4 3/4 pounds. So at $3 a pound, it adds up. So what we'll do next is I will show you the injector I like to use. LEM makes it. Wonderful product. I love it. Haven't had any issues. If you want to go on the cheap route, you can buy this for $6-7 at your local Walmart. But well worth your money. We'll start our injection process. This is how I measure. I put about that much in there. And that was beef broth. This is apple juice, not as much. If I had to guess, it's probably about 1.5 to 2 cups. Cavender's. Probably a tablespoon or 2. Lowry's. There again, probably a couple tablespoons. And some garlic. About that much. And what I'll do is I'll take this and I am going to toss this over here on the scale just to get it out of the way. Cheap product. You can also get this at your local Walmart. They use this for your sinks. It's for washing dishes. I like to come in from the sides. Next time, bring a spoon, note to self. just for the heck of it, I want to weigh this brisket before injection. So 10.5. No rhyme or reason. I can see this thing just expanding out where to go. Like I said, try to go in from the sides. And as I injected it, I seen it all the way over here poof up. Definitely getting enough juice. Now, just to show you, let's try this little guy here. It's definitely a little harder to push through. I see that they have a hole, little tiny hole there and a little tiny hole here. With this LEM product, this hole is the whole width of the injector itself. Not a bad product here, but like I said, nothing more flustering than if you have a big family event and this little plastic piece, thread, bus, don't waste your money. Oh, a piece of fat in there. Well, I guess this thing does come in handy. All right, we got that cleared. All right, we have it injected. So now I'm going to put a rub on there. This is just a basic rub. I have plenty of them that I like to use of my own. We can trim that off. Definitely, just making this simple. If you guys want to try them yourselves. Again, they're again Cavender's. Big piece of meat, lots of seasoning. Cavender's is a Greek all-purpose seasoning. Here again, some Lowry's. Everybody should have a little of that in there. Now, this is the same that I've used for this injection, but I'll change it up just a little bit. I've started using some of this on my competition. The Barbecue Rub. It's by Killer Hog. It's a little sweeter, and it gives it that real nice mahogany red color to it. Now tomorrow when I'm cooking this, I'll be cooking it about 250 to 275 this time of the year. It's a little chilly out here in Minnesota, but I'm guessing this whole thing start to finish anywhere from 8 to 9 hours. This one here I'm putting on, I just tried it the other day. I had a piece of chicken I thought it was pretty good. It was a product by Jack Daniels. I prefer this over the McCormick's. It's not as spicy. But there again, if you can see it, that has the flavor. And I'm going to repeat on this side. Tomorrow when we cook this, like I said, 250 to 275, about 4 hours I'm going to cook it. And then I'm going to wrap it for about another 4 hours. Back to the killer hog. You should be able to see how nice and red this piece of meat gets with this product. Back to the Jack Daniels. Try to get all the sides. We'll be using applewood tomorrow. And that's that. I will show you what to put this in overnight instead of just putting it back in this and letting it the top dry out. Here's my bag. Ziploc makes this wonderful extra large, what do they call this? Extra large family bag. What I like about this, I don't have to try to wrap it and Reynolds wrap or have to worry about this leaking. What I'll do is I'll put this nice and tight on the bottom and pour in just a little bit of this injection. Seal it up good, wrap it up, throw it in the fridge, and we'll start part 2 tomorrow. Thank you.